Hey YouTube, it's Andrew from Bushcraft and Shizzle here again. I've just recently bought myself a camping stove on eBay. Cheap job, made in China. Cost me £7.99 I think. I'll post the links if you're interested at the bottom of this video. It comes in this box here. We've got some information on there. Camping stove, 3000 watts, that type of thing. I'll just keep turning around here. Ideally takes a mix of butane, propane, and importantly it requires a gas canister with an EN417 valve, which I think is a kind of standard valve for camping stoves these days, like a threaded valve. So if I show you, it comes in a nice, like a Dpower kind of carry case bag with a draw cord on it. So if I remove it from there, you'll see here got the stove. It's all wrapped up. So basically, if I just undo that, it's got there's the controller for the valve. There's the threaded section that will attach to the gas canister, and then it comes all together folded, and basically you just unclip each one of these points here like that. It's got legs at the bottom here which you pull out like that. Turn around here, and there's the final one there. So once you undo all of those, you should just be able to sit it on a surface quite nicely. So there we go. I've just turned over an oven tray out of our oven here and put it on top of the stove. So I've got a stove on a stove. Yeah. In terms of gas canisters that go with it, I also bought this one, 70% butane, 30% propane, a Coleman gas can. I bought this, now I didn't shop around for this or anything, I bought this in Mountain Warehouse in the UK. It's like a camping and outdoor store, and this cost me £10, but it was buy one get one free, so effectively it's more like £5. But I imagine that you could probably shop around and find these for cheaper. But you'll notice that it's got the screw thread head on the top of it, which fits the screw thread here on the canister as well. So you just screw that attached in there like that. But I bought something else as well though. So you tend to find in the UK at the moment that gas canisters like this one that I've bought from Go Outdoors, High Gear is their brand here in the UK. Butane cartridge, I think, exclusively this one. This gas canister is like, came in a pack of I think 4 or 5. And they work out to be so cheap, it's just incredible. I mean, I think you're talking usually even less than £1 for an entire canister. So but the difficulty you have with these, if you look at the top, is that this just has a conventional kind of press valve head on the top of it. So it's I bought this originally to go in a gas cooker, like a flatbed kind of camping cooker that has like 2 stove sections on the top of it. So this is not really, I don't think this is really like a gas canister that's designed to go with a stove like this. But these are so incredibly cheap. It's you just want to have a stove that can use one of these because of the easy accessibility of the gas. So with that in mind, I also bought something else which didn't come with the stove, but I'm putting in the stove bag. I bought an adapter which will turn, if you look at it round on this side, that'll take one of these gas canisters and convert it so that it has this screw-headed kind of I guess it's an EN417 cartridge. So this is designed to actually fit over the top of this canister and give you your screw thread. So I thought I'd give this a go. And by the way, this adapter, I think it ended up costing me about £2. I think the shipping on it from China was just about as much as the actual cost of the item itself. And you know, you've got to keep in mind, if you're buying something like this off of eBay, you know, it's going to take like, and you're buying it from China and you're paying like, you know, a couple of pounds for it, then, you know, you've got to be prepared to accept the fact that it's probably going to take 2 or 3 weeks before it gets here. Although when I purchased this, it arrived inside of about 3 or 4 days, so I was very impressed, because the delivery time scales said that it would be much longer. So anyway, so if I go and let's go ahead and fit this to the top of the canister, okay? So you'll notice as well, there's a bit of a subtlety. The canister itself has a little bit of a kind of like an opening. Do you see there on the neck? And then this device that's going to fit to it as well. If I turn that up and show you that actually has a notch here at the top, which fits into that empty void on the top of the can there. So it should be a case of just pressing this down. Oh, I'll seat it just in position before I press it into place. So it should be a case of just then pressing this down and turning the valve so that so once you press it down, and this is subtlety as well, it will spring back off there again. Do you see that? But if you press it down, hold it tight, and then turn the orange section of this so that it then goes tight. And there we go. As simple as that. Now you've got this cheap high gear gas can with the actual valve fitting on the top of it. So it's quite a nice little thing for £2, you know. So so why don't we see if we can get this to work with the stove here. So I should just be able to take my let's find a configuration that's going to sit nicely. Oh, and another thing to mention as well about the stove that I didn't say, you'll see in a minute, you don't even need a match to start the thing going. But anyway, so let's have a look. We'll take the valve there, screw it into here. There we go. You always get a tiny little bit of gas escape when you actually tighten the valve on there, and just make sure that's nice and tight. So that's good. Okay, I'm going to just sit the gas down here. Hopefully we've got that all in shot for you. Yep, no problems. So all I'll need to do is turn the gas on a little bit, and you should hear it coming out at the stove side. Okay, and then I should just press this little black button that we've got here. And there you go. So we've got a flame. There we go. I can make it larger. I can make it smaller. I think I might. I'll turn the extractor hood on here in the kitchen as well. So with that ado, I thought it might be a good idea here. Let's see if I can get my phone into shot. Maybe might have to play around with the config here a little bit. So put the gas can over here. There we go. See if we can get this. There we go. There's my phone with a timer on it. Let's see how long it takes us to boil a cup of water. Let's see if we can do it on this. There we go, the Yugoslavian cook pot. Go. And I think I'll put the heat up quite a bit here. There we go. Got a good solid flame there. See if I can get the rectangular pot a little bit more central on there. There we go. I think I might see if I can give you a better shot of what's going on with the water here. Or in fact, let's have a little bit of a... There we go. Going quite nicely. do 4 seconds in there. And there's just a cup of water in there as well. I'll show you over here the gas cartridge. Yeah, you just turn that little valve on the end. See if I can find a position where you can see this water boil. Still going away. I don't actually have this at full tilt as well. I could actually. There we go. I think if you look in there, we've got a boil coming on. Not the most aggressive, but definitely seeing bubbles going away there. That's 4 minutes 40. Should we see if we can make it slightly more aggressive? There we go, that's me opening the valve a little bit more. Yeah, look at that, much more aggressive burn going on now. And there we go, rolling boil, crazy style. Right.